Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at the Pacific Northwest. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website in the beta section. This map is currently for PC and Mac only. This map is seasons prepared, and let me go ahead and read a little bit of the description. The description is quite long, so I won't read all of it. It says, "Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. This map is loosely based around Lewiston, Idaho, and eastern Washington area where the Snake and Clearwater rivers meet. At the rivers, there is a plateau that is high above, accessed by winding mountain roads. Fields on the plateau are more the style of a UK map with small, odd-shaped fields, hedgerows, and narrow lanes, where the valley fields are more of the US, large, type, and relatively flat and open. This map includes all of the main farming simulator features. This map has 44 fields. 8 of those fields are grass fields. This map is seasons prepared. I think I might have already said that. This map does have custom weather and other aspects in the map. So this kind of has its own built-in geo. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's go ahead and some of these other mods that we're just currently looking at. Go ahead and pull up the log. This map also includes 2 large areas for placeables, removable hedges in the upper section of the map. And I have to say, just as the description said, this map is kind of the tale of 2 maps. You have the part in the northern half of the map, which is smaller fields, more Europeanish, or more small farm situated. And then you have the bottom, the valley, where you have big flat fields, much more open and spread out. Here you go. You can see we've got basically 6 fields on the bottom half of the whole map, and then in the top half of the map we've got what appears to be 37 fields up here in the top half of them. So we have all of our standard crops on this map, including oat, rye, spelt, triticale, and millet. We start out by owning fields 36 and 37. You'll notice that certain fields here are already fertilized. Field 1, 36, 37. On 38, we own 38. 18, 19, 33, 26, 2, and 4 are already fertilized. Do these videos on hard mode, and on hard mode, we do not have any crops in the silo. We also have the ability to sell milk, and as well as our wool and wood chips. We also have sell points for our straw pellets in the event that we have the straw add-on pack. And you see that we have one sell point that is train only. So we do have drivable trains. In fact, we have 2 trains on the map that we can drive around in. Here's our starting equipment. It is fairly old. This is set up to be an old established farm. So your daily maintenance is going to be pretty high to begin with. Go ahead and take out a loan so we can buy some animals as we go around the map. And speaking of animals, we start out with 10 sheep. Notice there is nothing in the water or food troughs. So if you do start with seasons, do note that you either need to get rid of these sheep right away or get them food and water before the end of the first game day, or you will risk losing some of those sheep. We also have pigs and cows, although we do not start with either of those. Silo has a capacity of 250,000 liters. This map does have gold nuggets. I did see a couple gold nuggets on my initial walkthrough of the map. And let's take a look at the PDA crops again. So let's take a look at the PDA itself. You'll notice here that we have a railroad and removable hedges. So these dashed lines here between 1 and 2, dashed lines here between 8 and 9, 13 and 12 and 14, as well as the line here between 7 and 11, 8 and 12, are removable hedges. So we could open up this whole section, be one large area. Here we have removable hedges between 15, 18, 16, and 19. Also removable hedges between 31 and 29, 31 and 32, 34 and 35, 35 and 33, as well as 30 and 32. Then we have this section up here where we have 2 or 3 sets of removable hedges, one going across, down, and then here. Got one main train line that comes around the main upper northern section. Got a smaller train line that runs the southern portion of the map. So let's take a look at our starting equipment. So we start with fairly basic equipment. We've got one tractor, front loader arms, a bucket, and a pallet fork. The 1660 harvester with a grain header and header trailer. Small Brantner tipper, small Kuhn cultivator and plow. Little baby seeder that is the smallest seeder in the game. And the corresponding small fertilized spreader. Got a decent sized weight, pickup, and a water trailer. And then to complete out the array, we have a power washer. So we start with fairly minimal equipment. Let's go ahead and lease up our gator so that we can drive around. And here's our shop. Let's go ahead and reset our gator and see where he goes. So the reset point is down at the shop. So we're going to start our driving exploration down on the lower level map. Let's go ahead and explore the main farm up here. This is our start point. And you can hear our chickens right here. I have to say this map is probably a very good candidate for the enhanced chicken pack. Simply to be able to put in that basket to collect all these eggs, so you don't have to run around trying to find them in the grass. Got our old pickup truck parked here in the carport area. And over here we've got a fuel tank that has 1,000 liters of fuel already in it. Power washer. And something real neat about this map is all of these sheds have aluminum garage doors that roll up. And then we've got a big old, where is it at? Already went through. There it is. Got a big old jet, big old military jet flies over. Got this. It's cool roll gates, and if you watch the animation, you can see how they kind of jerk and pause and stop as they kind of roll up. And here we have our silo system. There we have our pipe out, and we have our dump station. Back into dumped into our silo. We have seed storage, so we can store seed here, store liquid fertilizer, and we can store solid fertilizer. Start out with 4,000 liters of liquid or of solid fertilizer and seed. No liquid fertilizer. On our cultivator. Our harvester and our header trailer. Now we do have mud on the map, so be careful with your driving around. We do have traffic, as you can see, and I wanted to show off this this wooden fence. This is a really Really awesome looking wooden fence. First time I saw this fence may have been on Rattlesnake Valley. Maybe? I saw this fence somewhere else. But there we go. Let's look out over the lower valley area. And the shop is right there. This is a very, very nice map to look at. And I hope you'll agree when you start looking around at it that it's very attractive and easy on the eyes, as they say. That. Let's run over here and check out this removable hedge. Field 18 and 19 are grass. And we're coming up here to... Of course, if you wanted to merge all these together, you'd have to take out these trees. Here is the removable hedge. Not sure how you take it out. Maybe come up here with a chainsaw. Another set of removable hedges up here. And while we're up here, let's go ahead and check out the field price and size of field 16. So field 16 is 0.88 hectares, $71,000. Wow, that is a far cry from the big fields in the valley. Let's just go ahead and jump down here to the gator. We'll explore everything else here in a little bit. Go ahead and zoom on out here. So here at the shop, you see there's our buy, sell, or sell and customize trigger. Out here at the shop, and we make ourselves a, well, let's go ahead and check out the bakery sell point. Here we have the bakery. And if we loop around here, let's go. Open the gate and come on in. It's a pretty tight area in here to dump. This is the bakery grain dump, and then there is milk delivery right there, so you can bring your milk, which is rather handy because the dairy is right across the street there. Go ahead and check that area out. On in camera so we can, or in cab so we can see where we're going. Are. So here we have the dairy. Got our manure and slurry points here. We're going to be buying our cows. I noticed on the way in here that we've got these bale holders, and we actually have what appear to be straw bales as opposed to hay bales in here. But at any rate, finally we've got a map that has put bales in the bale holder as opposed to just having the bale holder empty. Got our water trough out here for our cows. Got a hint to maybe follow this and see where. Got a nice muddy dirty old pond in here. Our grass trough. And of course, we've got the standard Farm Sim 17 building for our straw and our silage. Silage clamp. And like I said, we've got these aluminum doors on just about every building on the map. Light switch, and we got a sliding door to get into our repair shop here on the cow farm. Got these massive roll doors, our big vehicle sheds. Then as you can see over here, we've got our some additional seed and fertilizer storage points. Now these down here don't happen to have any seed or fertilizer in them. And we also have a fuel storage, but our fuel is also empty. Go ahead and spin on around here. Head on over here to Clearwater Transportation and Storage. As you can see in here, we've got a digital sign, a digital readout here of what is able to be stored in the storage building, as well as what is actually in the storage building. This is where we're going to get our product out, pull it out, and of course here is where we put it in. Like it. Also have a seed master here to produce seed. Got the lovely TMR mixer from GTX Mods that has been put in here. And we've got signage, thank goodness. Hay, straw, and silage. No more guessing as to what goes where. This is where you come to product out, and displays here will light up and show you what's being produced. Here we've got the pig food mixer. And look at that, it now takes all 4 products. So the default GTX pig mixer only takes 3 products. It is set up to take corn, wheat, wheat and barley, and sugar beets and potatoes. But this particular infrastructure has been added a 4th one that also takes sunflower, canola, and soybeans. So look at that. We have a 4-product pig food mixer. The pipe out is on the side, as is the digital readouts. Our drivable trains. It's waterway, and there is an animated boat that drives through here. We will definitely see that at some point on our tour. All right, let's go ahead and see here. Where are we going? Let's go down and check out the 2 sell points down south there. The way these trees are lining the area, I'm just going to do this in cab. A whole lot easier to look around and drive. Got this lovely bridge over the water there. Getting over to the other side where we then start climbing up the mountain. Go ahead and follow our way around the road here. Oh, interesting. All right, let's back up. Leave that up so we can kind of follow along as to where we're going. Go ahead and cut across the parking lot here. Make our way this way. Garden center doesn't really serve a purpose, just exists. Park here. Storage building. Now here comes one of those animated boats. There's our invisible map border. Need to figure out some way to get across the other than the railroad tracks. Just see if we have a bridge crossing up here, or if the only way to get over there is to come down the mountain or the valley on the ridge. Sorry about that. Oh, there we got a bridge crossing up here. Just getting in chill area. Oh, come on. What's up with that? Come to a near stop before you go over the return. Up and over the bridge. Very good signage if you don't run into it. And while we're over here, let's go ahead and check out the field price, field size of some of these fields over here. Field 40 is 13.58 hectares, $1.7 million. Go, that's field 40. Go ahead and look at field 43. It's obviously the biggest field on the map here. And it is 19.66 hectares, $2.5 million. And I'll give you a reference on field 42, which is 9.65 hectares, $1 million. And we'll check the size of these little fields up here a little bit. So we're coming up to one of the two big placeable areas on the map. That is directly to our left there. I'm gonna have to do a lot of in-cab driving because those trees are just overhanging the roads, and I can't really see where I'm going. So look at this big placeable area here. Want to put additional storage, maybe you want to do some industry or some other things. There's definitely enough room here in the valley to put just about down anything you want. There we go. Over here we've got a really interesting sell point. This is a This is a sugar beet sell point. Come in here, you come over here. Door automatically opens. You dump product. Just come on out of here. Down. Here we have a biomass heating plant to sell your wood chips. A slow door, a slow gate there, so there's your trigger for that. Then that'll take us up to kind of up to the map boundary. Let's go ahead and run back up this road to the barn, animal dealer, the sawmill, and the sugar plant. Sorry, that is the other place was the Snake River Oil Mill we had passed. So I'd say if you're the kind of guy that likes, look at this, it comes to almost a complete stop. If you're the kind of player that likes large flat areas, well then you could kind of set up shop down here, maybe at the pig or at the cow farm, even if you aren't going to have cows, and take advantage of those 6 large fields. But if you're kind of a player that likes smaller stuff, well, you got the area up top. So there's pretty much a spot for everyone, every style of game player. Here is our hay, straw, and grass sell point, the classic Farm Sim 17 barn. Come on over here to our animal dealer. Old bull on a mound of rock. This is where we come to purchase our animals. Got some static cows and pigs and sheep back in here. Well, this is not our biogas plant. This is a sugar mill. Western sugar processing plant. Rather interesting facility also. Got these nice poles, security poles around certain things you don't want to get run into. Looks like we have a seed fill point over here. You need to bring your truck or trailer around this way, and then you would dump in. I guess you would come in this way. Then this is the entrance. Come in here, get scaled, weighed, do your dump, loop back around. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually tab a few times. And now we're in the lower train. We're going to go ahead and ride along on the lower train here. Just kind of get a good aerial view of the whole place. We are zoomed out. Try to get a decent angle here. You can just see things as they drive by. It's 2 of our big fields. Really nice chunk of grass there. Oh, we're coming up here to the sawmill. Didn't come up here. Sawmill there, you've got the log dump point. come out of the crane, or we can go into the mill pond. So I have to say, this is as I've said before, this is a really nice looking map. Really, you could use the big bud on the lower fields. You could use the coon stuff on the upper fields, and not feel too terrible bad about it. Oh, cool! We've got some animated crude pumps. I don't really know what those things are called. They're, I guess, pumping crude oil out of the ground. Pretty cool. Well, we're coming around to that big old placeable zone right there. Then this is our train sell point. I like how you can drive up into there. You know, the train sell point at on Goldcrest Valley you couldn't drive to. You just the only way to get to it was train. It seemed kind of odd that you would have a sell point for a train that didn't have any other way of getting into it, like to unload grain off the train and then sell it with a truck. Let's take a look at this side of the field, because this is as far east as this particular line will run. Field 41 is a massive grass field. Look at that. Just think about the silage bales or the silage you would get off of that field. And then we're looping around, and this is pretty much where we started. Go ahead and jump out. Pick up our what we're going to do is we're going to head back over here and wind our way up the mountain, or not the mountain, but up the hill, and see if we can't climb up the plateau here. We'll have a windy road. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think of the map. Of course, you haven't had a proper chance to see the whole map as of yet, but you will. Indeed. Go ahead and check out sell point. Here's the spinnery. We'll be bringing our wool. And the sheep are up on the upper level, so we're going to have to bring our wool down these windy roads. Sell it. All right. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. I don't think I should be. I should probably stay in cab to come up this mountainy hill. But look at this slope. Imagine this map on the FMR. Oh my god. 20-mile-per-hour curve, and then we just cut back. That. It's a cool road. Back. So guys, one thing I want to encourage you to do is, if you like this map, please go and rate it over at the Giants Mod Hub. Ratings do matter. They help encourage the modder to maybe put out more stuff. And like this, then encourage them. Let them know that hey, I really like the product you've put out here, and I'd like to see maybe you do it again. If we don't encourage these guys, then we might lose them. Might decide that no one's really interested in their product. Go here and check out field number 6. Field 6 is 3.57 hectares, $231,000. Again, we've got this really cool weathered but kind of a whitewashed looking fence here. There we are. Look at that. We're on top of the world here, looking out across the valley, across those big fields. We're gonna go ahead. Uh-oh. Oh. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Right, well, we're going to do the rest of the tour in the pickup truck. How about that? So we're back at the main farm here, and we're just going to go across the street to the sheep area. And look at this sheep area. This whole house and this whole area is, I mean, the whole map has got this really good bit of decoration going on, I think. Got the sweet, we got some packages. Apparently this is a big thing in cities, where people will come up and they will take your packages right off your doorstep. I've seen some interesting videos of what people have supposedly done to keep their packages from walking off. We got this old banged up car here. For some reason we still have the mixer from when we probably built the house. So it's a trash can, trash bag. Across the way here we've got our sheeps, is our wool spawn point. Looks like we start out with 8 hay bales. These are works nicely weathered arms. Got some empty wool pallets already set up here to put our wool into. Very nice detailing. Where we're going to buy more sheep, should we so wish. And the water trough and the grass trough. Right. Let's head on up the road here and check out the pigs. Got it's definitely not flat here. We got rolling hills, slopes, everything on our fields. Let's take a look here. These little fields. Check out field 13's price. 13 is 1.4 hectares. We get a weight, a little Sammy tractor. We get the front sprayer tank, and we get the rear sprayer tank. Where are we hooking up the weight, guys? Let's get to it. And we got really cool fields over. We are coming up to a pig area. which is interesting enough right across the street from a gas station. There's that jet again. Go ahead and slide on here and buy ourselves some pigs. There they are. So if we run around this way, there we got some more mud. Got our straw trigger. A bit of implement storage here. Got our liquid slurry. Water trough. Feed trough over here for our pigs. Here we've got our manure point. Nugget. Then we've got another little area here where we can probably put our bales. See, looks like a good spot, if any, to put bales at. If we go, where are we at? If we continue on this road, it will wind us over. Let's go ahead and take it to the Cliff House Restaurant. Look at these fields. These fields ebb and flow over the hilly countryside. The flowing terrain. Really, really. All of the traffic comes to a near complete stop before they make their turns. Oh, I missed my turn for the restaurant. Back over here. Oh. Here, kind of a rough road to get into the restaurant, I have to say. We are. Come around the back to our dump. Be coming in here with a little trailer, probably dump there, and then climb up the hill here. Just think about working these fields up here, and being able to just look out over the valley. Should really up here and check that out. Let's go over here to this point. Let's look out over that. Imagine that in autumn with the various colors of the trees and everything. Right. Back in our truck, and we'll head on over to Robert's Farms. You know what? We missed the BGA. Let's jump down there. We missed the BGA on our tour. That's down here on the lower level. Got our Silo King. Got our bunkers. Typical 5 bunkers. Scale, it's pretty standard. Not a lot of surprises going on here. And our digestate. But I would be remiss to not show that off. Now this is quite the rough road to come down here into a restaurant. No way we'd be able to drive a third person, not with these trees like this. Completely covering the road. Here we are at Robert's Farm. Check that out. Got a manure sell point where we they'll buy our poo. Got some campers down there. Oh. It's a detail. That there is probably a detail not very many people are going to see. Got a little campground down there. And the boat dock. Animated boat. And it's down there past the BGA. There's a little gem of a nugget that probably not too many people are actually going to ever find. Right, so check out the way this has been laid out. We've got dug into the ground here. We've got concrete walls. Then we've got our manure pile, but then we've got this divot right here. The land's been dug out or just been worn down and compacted. Ourselves a little mud pile there. And the whole thing itself is kind of down in the ground. That is pretty neat. Storage up here should we want it, but this is really just a sell point. This is. And drive over this. Oh, we lost our packages. Check this out. This is a really cool detail. We got a what appears to be some type of a sinkhole here in the middle of the field. We got a couple big rocks down there and some mud. Then we've got here in the middle of the field we got a pond. Rather dirty little pond. Probably all that runoff from not having anything planted in here. Then we got a giant rock. Oh my gosh, 2 giant boulders. Another giant boulder and a tree. This field kind of has a little bit of everything. I guess the official forestry area is here off to our right. And we're going to be coming up here to the Supreme Dairy. Here's our sell point for eggs. Like, why do we have an informational icon the other side of the road where the fields are? Here we are in the dairy. And if we come around here, the dairy actually takes soybeans. You can tip soybeans in here, or deliver liquid milk to this point here. And in here we have a log crusher. We'll make wood chips. Got Mountain View storage pool where we're going to need to come and get our water. And this is our tractor. So here's our tractor over here. Our water tanker. Let's see here. Does this one have a an informational board? I guess this one does not, unless it's on this side where the train is. see it. Looks like this one does not have an informational board. We're going to go ahead and check out those other 2 sell points because they are on the way by riding our train. So we're going to get in the train here. It's the second train. And on out. We're going to ride this train line around this loop, and we're going to call it a map. We're going to call it there. So up here on our left is the other large placeable area for placeable buildings or anything else you might want to do with it. Heck, just buy a bunch of cars and make it a car parking lot, or make it a car dealership. Here we are looping. Now we're on our way down to the valley. Here, a nice hillside field. Check that out. Got the roads down there. It's the sawmill. And to come down the hill. I think that there is the backside of our farm. Coming across the train bridge and over here to the transfer station. This is the one that had the informational board there and all of the feed mixers and whatnot. Got some additional vehicle storage down there that we didn't get to because we didn't think to go down that road. And here's where we start our climb back up into the upper plateau. Like I said earlier, guys, let me know in the comments what you think of the map in general. I really like this map because I think it has something for just about anybody that wants to play. If you want to play with some placeables or industry, well, you got some places to put that down. If you want to play smaller fields, you can play the top of the map. If you want to play larger fields, you can play the bottom of the map. And we got all kinds of really cool details, like that sinkhole there in the middle of the field, or that pond in the middle of the field. The manure thing up here, that was pretty cool. The way some of those sell points are laid out and everything is all pretty interesting and a pretty fun map in general. Like I said, go on to the Farm Sim site and give this thing a rating. Even if you're not going to download it, give it a rating. Like the map, give it a 4, give it a 5 rating. Let the map author know that you like this stuff. Maybe he'll be inclined to make another one for FS19. There we go. That is our tour around the Pacific Northwest. So until next time, guys, happy farming.